Hello, it's Oren Prunken, and today I want to tell you about emails I get all the time. And I usually go through my junk mail inbox because sometimes things get lost and not distributed to the right inbox. But and it does happen occasionally. That's why I make a habit of going through my junk mail. But without a doubt, 99% of the emails in there are junk mail. And I get tons of these, and I don't know if it's just me, but some of the emails I get are product pictures, and they're generic product pictures, and usually they're not even related to me. And what I mean by that, in sales, there's an acronym called BANT, B-A-N-T, and it stands for, does the prospect have a budget to purchase this product? Do they have the authority? N for need, do they have the need for this product? And then finally is the timing right for a purchase? So the emails that I get, I don't have the authority because I am not the right person. I'm not qualified for this email. Like, it's just irrelevant to me. And then the second one is, I don't have a need. So the A and the N of BANT is totally not irrelevant to me. So these pictures are going to fall short, regardless if it was an amazing pitch. And I'm going on a tangent now, is what these email pictures don't get right is they don't go through all of the temperatures from, me being a frozen prospect all the way to boiling, to then be able to pitch that. So they would have got rid of all the rejection of me just deleting the email if they had gone through that whole process and actually qualified me to know that I am not the right person. And they would have never pitched me, therefore they would have not been rejected. So where I'm going with all of this is that people have gatekeepers, right? And if they had asked for the right person with the right authority, I would have been probably able to handle that to the right person. For example, hypothetically. And a lot of people find this really difficult when they are marketing and selling, is trying to go out and find the right gatekeeper. Now, I have lots of different things in my life that prevents people getting through to me, all the way from email and messaging and phone and all of the different distribution channels you could get me via. I have lots of different mechanisms to only get the right people. I'm not going to tell you what they are because I don't want to give away how you cannot get in contact with me. But that's beside the point. So where I'm really going with all of this is getting past gatekeepers. Now, there's some really interesting ways that I found over the years that you're able to get past the gatekeeper to the correct person you want to talk to. And the ways I've been able to do that, so you can do it via email or any of the other digital messaging platforms, so like LinkedIn or any social media platform or the like. And the way you do it is you just email the person you think is the right contact to start with, and you ask them who's the person in charge of X, Y, or Z that you're trying to find, the person that has the authority for you to find the right person that you're going to pitch, right? So you ask for that person and you go in with your best guess of who you think that may be. So you email that person and say, who's the best person to talk about this? Is that you? And if you're correct, fantastic. That is amazing. You haven't done a pitch at this stage. You've just asked who the person is, and it creates a bit of curiosity. And then you can go in and talk to them. I'm going to get back to pitching in a minute, because you should not be pitching at this stage. If you've got it wrong, that doesn't matter. They most likely, in my experience, most of the time get back to you and say, oh, no, it's not me who's the person you're looking for. It is this person. That's the two different options, and either way you win, because then once you have got that response, you're like, oh, now I know who the correct person is. Then you go contact that person directly. And the way you actually say it is, I have got your email address or your contact details from this other person, and you reference that person, and they said you're the best person to talk to. So it is a warm introduction now. It appears that you actually know that person, which you do, and they have given you the referral to talk to them. And 99 times out of 100, that person will respond to you, go, yeah, that's me. I'm the right person that's in charge of that. I have the authority. If you're doing it by email, and the advantage about email is you can just CC the original person in and say, so-and-so person CC'd has been the person that has referred me on. And you're more likely to get a response because that same person that referred you on has been CC'd into it. The other way to do it is by telephone, and you can do the same thing by telephone and say, I'm looking for the right person. Is that you, or is it someone else? And they will usually give their name. Over the telephone, sometimes they ask what the reason for you wanting to talk to them is. And the way way that I answer that is I want to send them an invitation. And this leads into my next one, is via post. So the invitation via post I will get to, but postal address, you can do the same thing where you contact them by post with an invitation for you to call them or email them or meet up with them. And the way I've done that in the past is I have gone down to Australia Post and I've got a big postal box, and I've put an invitation in the box. The reason I haven't put the invitation in a letter is because letters, people get lots of letters and it gets put at the bottom of the pile. But when someone gets a package, it's the very first thing they open. And when they open it up, it's just a letter in there. So you've got through to them, and you open up and you say, hey, here is my pitch. I'm going to get back to pitching. You shouldn't be pitching products at this stage. So you can do it by post, but that's only if you know the person, and that's only because you've got a referral through the telephone or email address. So all of this, you are not pitching once you've got in contact with the person, past the gatekeeper, person with authority, the person that you want to talk to. You should not be pitching to them at all. You should be starting again at the frozen level if they are unaware of who you are, or they are unaware of a problem that they have, or you should be landing wherever they are in their buying journey in terms of temperature. It is usually never at hot or boiling. You should never be pitching a product cold to them unless they know you. And if they know you, you wouldn't be going through this process trying to find them. So everything you are doing, you should not be pitching. You should be going through and qualifying them to make sure they have all of the other aspects of the BANT acronym in place. So hopefully that helps. I know it works because I've done it so many times. I want you to try it out. Next time you're trying to get past a gatekeeper and get to the person that has the authority to make a buying decision. But do not pitch, because the person is not at that stage just yet. So try it out. Let me know how you go. Until we talk next time, goodbye.
Thanks for listening. And if you like what was on here and want more, please go to orenprunken.com.